Okay. So, reaction time. So, as you all know, I am somebody who studies the history of streaming and does my best to chronicle the history of streaming, primarily focusing on VTubers. Of course, they're my primary love. But every now and then I dive into the flesh world. That sounded horrible. Anyway, I've noticed something of the Roach King here, Asmon, that he has, you can see down there on the bottom, why I got banned on Twitch. Apparently, the boy over here got banned on Twitch. Surprise. I don't know what. Maybe Hassan cried enough to where they actually got kicked him out too. Kind of like how that bully punches you in the face, and when you finally fight back and you kick their ass, the teacher suspends you too, just because, like, well, we have to make it fair. I've had that happen more than once in my life. But, so, it's curious what he's done. I have a feeling it's probably something innocuous and stupid, because it's Twitch. It's not a day ending in Y until Twitch does something stupid. And this is someone who uses it as his primary streaming platform, but to hell with it. I'm going to call him when they do something stupid. So we're going to figure out exactly what has happened here with old Asmon boy here, and see what they have done to him and why he has to, well, essentially, I guess, from now on be in Twitch jail. But go ahead, Mr. Gold. Do tell, what has happened?
Guys,
Ow! Bruh, what is your audio? Oh my god, what is that? Second question, why does he have a severed head up on his far left of his room? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna be turning down the volume on this shit. Jesus, that's loud. Oh my god. His room doesn't look that dirty. I used to have, like, an aunt and, like, uncles that used to have dirtier rooms. In fact, I have an uncle that lives in a dirtier house than this, so, it's not that bad. It's, it could be worse, far worse. Okay, bleed my ears again, Asmon. Go ahead.
got suspended on Twitch in the middle of my Crimson Desert playthrough. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. It's going to be an entire week. I mean, geez,
oh no,
guys,
I guess you take a vacation.
I'm going to have so much free time. Well, I guess I could start by making this video, right? So, I got suspended last night on Twitch. I end my stream, and I come back from the gas station, and I get a message, and somebody says, why can't I chat in your stream? And I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. And I look, and I get a message, and it says that my account has been suspended for 7 days because of hateful conduct.
Hateful conduct. Now, you're going to have to narrow that down, considering pretty much telling somebody they have a bad hairdo nowadays is considered hateful conduct. So I'll be curious exactly what he specifically did. Is that Black Veil for Brides he's got on? Pretty good band.
So this is what I did. This is what I said. I said that I didn't give a fuck about the opinions of third worlders.
He said the F word. Of course, that's why I banned him.
And then particularly in the thing that they referenced, I was referring to illiterate goat herders from Afghanistan.
Again, the way this looks out in the public is not a United States.
The opinions of third worlders don't matter. Like, I don't care what some illiterate goat herder thinks in Afghanistan.
Based.
It doesn't matter.
In the context of those people believing AI-generated videos about Iran winning the war and nuking Israel off the map. Gentlemen,
what?
I would like to confirm
those real videos?
That I am 100%
Did they actually
right,
make that shit?
and you don't either. And neither do they. Because if Twitch cares about their opinions, why don't they apply Afghanistan's opinions to women on Twitch?
Let's read this, shall we? Learning, children. Since regaining power in August of 2021, the Taliban has implemented a system of systematic... Did you actually put and implemented a system of systematic... I hate people. Okay, I will curtail your stupid English later. Oppression against women in Afghanistan, widely described as gender apartheid. Okay. Over 70 decrees have effectively erased women from public life, banning education above 6th grade, barring most employment, restricting movement without a male guardian, and imposing strict dress code. So essentially the rest of fricking Middle East and Islamophobe. Now let me correct their English. Since regaining power in August 2021, the Taliban has implemented a system of systematic oppression. No, has implemented a system of oppression against women in Afghanistan. Learn to speak fricking English, damn it.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? But everybody knows nobody gives a fuck about them. Nobody cares. I'm not sorry. I'm right. I said nothing wrong, and nothing I said was against the terms of service. Beyond that, do you even imagine a world where somebody that says that they don't care about what a fat American thinks about the Middle East, can you imagine that this person ever gets suspended?
No.
Of course not.
He has some woke qualities, but he's nowhere near as woke as Francis. Francis was a socialist. This motherfucker is an American. And I think Americans are gross. Americans do not have a understanding of the world. Americifying anything is going to be bad. Americans have a very limited understanding of the universe.
Bitch, you are an American, or are you renouncing your citizenship? Please say yes. Please say yes. I swear, this is why I can't stand socialists, is they don't fucking understand a damn thing. They don't even understand their own system they advocate for. They go around saying, we advocate for socialism. Oh, really? What's socialism? Oh, having programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and social stuff like having a fire department, police department. That's not socialism. That is social democracy, not democratic socialism. But they have the same words. Pay attention, dipshits. They're reversed. One is the adjective and one is the modifier of the actual noun. You have socialism, which is the noun, a system of government, and it is modified by democratic, which is its adverb, its descriptor, which is saying it is a process of democratically managing a socialist system. Then you have social democracy. It is democracy run primarily for the benefit of the social population, of the society. One is designed to give you Medicare, Medicaid systems. Sweden, Finland, etc. They are social democracies. The other one is the complete and total abolition of all private property and the ownership of said property by the government, and its reallocation, quote unquote, through democracy, which is two wolves and a lamb deciding what's for dinner. So one is Sweden, the other one is 1984 by George Orwell. Fucking read a book every now and then.
And so why am I getting suspended? It's more third worldist morality logic inversion that basically is being used to silence me for an entire week. That's the important part that I want to talk about here. It's because basically Twitch has a system where they say that your infractions or your bad actions expire within 1 year. Well, the last time I was suspended, well, we all remember the last time I was suspended, but that was in October 2024. I have not been suspended for over an entire year. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because they say it matters. It matters because they...
I'm sorry, bro's hair is messing with me. Can someone please run a comb through this man's head? What a perfect shot to stop on to.
They say that's whenever the infractions expire and your account is treated as not being in bad standing. So why is it in that case that instead of getting a warning, instead of getting a suspension, instead of getting for a day, instead of getting a suspension for 3 days, I immediately went from that all the way to a 7-day suspension immediately? Why would this happen? What is the reason for it? I have no idea. Is it because they don't like what I'm saying?
Probably.
It has to be, because it's certainly not because what I'm saying is against the terms of service.
If they've jumped,
I looked at the terms.
He's been streaming a lot longer than me, and he's been on Twitch a very long time, so he probably knows the terms of service by like his backhand. But this is the problem with me. People like Asmon, who have a lot of money and resources, I understand what he's doing. He's going online and milking it, trying to make content, because that's what he always says, like style on your haters and make them into content. But bro seriously needs to start suing people, because like if he actually sued Twitch, it would set a precedence of like you can't just violate your own TOS when you damn well feel like it, because it feels like what they're doing. They're just like, we're gonna jump all these different levels and go straight to this. because we don't like you. Like, and like, because nobody else is going to be able to do it. Like, Elon's too busy messing with freaking Twitter. I doubt, like, I can't remember what his name is from, like, Steam. He's got his own problem. So, like, I don't really know, like Asmon's, like, the only one who can really do it because he's got the money and resources. I mean, yeah, Twitch has more, but I'm pretty sure this dude could crowdfund a huge amount. Like, if they keep messing him over, like, freaking sue the bastards. We need to set a standard. In the words of Stewie, nothing says obey me like a bloody platform on a pike.
Of service. Yes, using nationality is a protected group, but I was not talking about them being disregarded because of nationality. I was talking about them being disregarded because of the fact that they're watching literal AI-generated videos. And
they're uneducated idiots. That's why you should disregard them. You don't, if you're in an argument in a university level on doctorate level information, you don't let the grade schooler come in and start debating too. You just disregard them. Their intellect is not on the same level. Same too, if you got a bunch of people who are, whether they're communists or whatever, they're heavily propagandized and they don't understand what's going on around you, why the hell am I going to take their opinion in anything?
And then believing a false narrative. And the video's context was about, would you rather be having likes on Twitter or having your entire Navy not destroyed?
Do you think that the Iranians would rather have their entire Navy back or their memes?
Oh.
Jeez, guys, I wonder. And so anyway, this is what's happened, is that I have been suspended for an entire week for that. That's it. And I'll play the clip for you guys, okay? And this is, by the way, there's not a 100% certainty with this, that this is the clip, but this is the thing that they quoted from, and it's the thing that they gave me an example of. And I will say also, by the way, my contacts and relationship with Twitch on an interpersonal level has been nothing but tremendous. I have great respect for the people that I've dealt with Twitch. I have no actual animosity towards those people, so just make sure that you guys understand that. Don't shoot the messenger or anything like that.
Okay, so that's why he's not suing
It's
them.
the moderation team and the people that decided that I did something wrong, and maybe they made a mistake. Well, I know they made a mistake, but maybe they'll recognize that and I'll get an unban early. And if they didn't, I guess, well, I mean, and here's the annoying thing, right, is like, well, if Trump nukes Iran, which seems like that's getting more likely every day, then I'm going to have to go live go live on Kick and Rumble, right? Maybe on YouTube too. I prefer just to do Kick and Rumble. It's a copyright thing, right? It's a confusing, content creator reason. But like, and then we'll continue uploading videos. And if something big happens, don't worry, I'll be there and you'll have a way to watch me and, it'll be all back to usual. But I would like to take at least a little bit of time and, like maybe fix a little bit of things in my life and just relax a little bit. But if something big happens, do not worry. I will be there. And I might make a couple of other videos in the meantime, just because I'll be bored. But going back to what I was saying is that I have been suspended for this. And really, let me talk about, like, really how I feel about this.
Asmon talking about how he feels. This will be brand new ground. He's never done this before.
Do I give a fuck about the opinions of a bunch of third worlders in regards to what my country should do?
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
Again,
I do not. You shouldn't. They shouldn't give a fuck about what I think about their country.
I don't give a fuck about what other first world countries think about America. Why the hell would I care about what the third world ones think? Like, seriously, I'm so sick and tired of everybody having this inflated opinion that they could tell America what to do about fucking anything. Like, bitch, you exist because we allow you. America could literally fuck over the entire world and put it under heel with ease. Like, literally, look up videos. We have the biggest navy in the world, and that's in comparison to number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 combined. The top 10 world militaries combined, minus America, does not equal the expenditure of America. We have the only Gen 5 aircraft. I don't want to hear about the Su-15 or whatever it's fucking called. It's bullshit. The Russians don't have one. The Chinese don't have one. The best thing the French have is a fucking Rafale. Like, nobody has anything that can compare to us. We have a navy which rules the ocean. We have an army which can crack the strongest militaries in the world in weeks. We have an air force that literally can dominate in minutes. Why would I care what any foreign nation thinks? especially when they're heavily antagonistic and since the end of the Second World War has made their freaking obligation to fuck us over as much as possible. I mean, all the way back in the days of de Gaulle, who freaking immediately tried to back out of all the debt France owed us after the end of the Second World War because he just didn't want to pay it. Like, excuse me, bitch, who freaking guarded your ass and let you back into the damn country? Like, seriously, there have been so much ungrateful motherfuckers when it comes to history and comes around the world. Why the hell would I care what any of them think? Most of y'all can't even run your own damn countries. You're letting other countries run your country. Why the fuck would I care what you think about my country? You exist because we allow it. Do not continue to poke the bear. The bear might take a swipe. Or the lion, whatever you want to call us. Just irritating. Like, why do I care what anyone thinks? Oh, you think Americans are backward, stupid, ignorant, lazy, blah, blah, blah. I don't hear this from the fucking French who have 285 days of vacation. Fuck off. And anybody else out there who's literally living in poverty equivalent to what somebody would have been in 1710, when you get your country through the Industrial Revolution, we'll talk. Till then, have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
Because why would I take somebody's opinion that is from a shithole in these countries? And by the way, these are shitholes. Many of these countries are shitholes. And don't let anybody teach you or tell you that, oh, it's America's fault.
No, no, it's not. 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 How I've never understood this concept, and this comes from a lot of fucking communists too. They'll come out and say this is like, oh, you know, Cuba would be an absolute paradise if it wasn't for America. Like, okay, riddle me this, Batman. Why the fuck is your country, which is supposedly has the better economic system, unable to oppose the country with the inferior economic system? Why do we have more money, resources, and power? You steal it. I'm sorry, what? So it's okay to have a shitty economy as long as you rob other people? That's not true. Look at fucking Russia. Like, it's just so annoying. I mean, like, oh, Afghanistan has been a horrible place. Afghanistan has changed nothing from when the freaking British fought over there back in like 1860 or whatever. I can't even remember. When the British occupied it. Till now, the bastards have not changed at all. They have electricity. Which, guess who invented that? Us. Like, seriously. And we went over there and helped the bastards when they were being attacked by Russia. People forget their history so quickly. Mujahideen in 1980s. We had people going over there, giving them stingers, weapons, everything, shoot down the helicopters the Russians had. Why? Because fuck Russia. Like, we have helped these people multiple times. We flew over there and bombed the fuck out of the Taliban. Why? Because they were hiding Osama bin Laden. Motherfucker just skipped off into Pakistan, which we'll talk about them bitches eventually one day. And then we went chasing them too. And while we were there, we tried to give them industry, technology. They don't fucking want it! They don't! I am so sick and tired of us giving everything else out to them. Like, seriously, we do this with freaking Hamas all the time and the Palestinians. We will go over there and we will build them, like, water ducts and everything, water pipes. We will build them a brand new aqueduct of water, giving them fresh water to the local town. And then we walk away and, like, we did good. The children are happy. The women are happy. Motherfuckers will come behind us. Tear up everything we made. Take the metal cylinders, turn them into rockets, and fire them at fucking Israel. Sorry if I hit my mic. I'm angry. And then blame us! Fuck off! No. Not playing that game. No. I'm sorry, my Americanism is showing strong. I have to stop now before I start chanting USA. Move on, guys, man.
Ones that America has invaded are shitholes. The ones that America hasn't invaded or Britain hasn't invaded, they're shitholes too. They're shitholes because the people made them shitholes. And whenever I talk about third worlders and third worldism, I'm not even really talking about a geography, I'm talking about an ideology.
Yeah.
And that ideology is the idea that disrespect should be met with violence.
There we
the
go,
idea
exactly.
that, you know, crime, dysfunction, discord, and chaos in society should be expected. They're part
Again,
and
this
parcel
isn't
of
just
living
this
in a
is
modern
first
city.
world too.
And
This is first world too. I don't know, what do you consider Russia? Are they second world? Go to the frickin' stone blockhouses they have over there. Like, I don't know. I watched this on Laserpig, and the dude was like deep in, he was like in a deep into Russian understanding, spoke Russian, went over to Russia multiple times, had a Russian lover, everything. And like, the dude understands their culture deeply, and you go to Russia and they expect you to be a thief. They expect you. Like he said, like if you become like the leader of a company or a corporation, it is expected of you to be somehow skimming money off of the top of the products and the company's like money that they're gaining, because that's what everyone does. In fact, if you don't act like a scummy motherfucker, they're looking at you weird. Just look up how the fucking oligarchs got to where they are now, how powerful they got. Like, this concept that we have about fair play in America and like never using violence and don't hit people, like these fucking toddler ethics, that is unusual. We are one of the few people who use that shit. The rest of the world is still very violent.
And having people, you know, like, oh, well, you can't say certain things because they might offend people, or they'll make them mad. The idea that getting angry about something is a justification to break the law. This is what I'm really talking about with third worldism. Things that the Greek Senate, or
the best way to put it is like, the best way to put this is savagery, because that's what it is that if you allow your emotions to control you and manipulate you and manage you without any type of like cognitive thought or like intellect, like you actually allow your emotions to control you like an animal, and you don't have any higher thought processes of saying, gee, maybe I shouldn't do this because it's a vile, horrible thing. That's called savagery. Stop it.
Greeks, the Romans, we figured this out in Western society, in Western culture. We've realized that you can't run a society whenever you have people that act this way. And it's actually a good thing to not have a bunch of crazy fent zombies on the street. It's actually a good thing to have people that aren't living on the sidewalk. It's actually San Francisco. A good thing to have a, civilized discussion that doesn't resort to violence whenever you hear something that makes you angry.
Damn it, New York.
But for some people, this is the third worldist mindset. Yeah. It is the aggrandizement of the base interests, the base desires, and the lowest common denominator of mankind. And you know what? I don't like it. I don't want it here. Nope. And guess what? They don't either. If Twitch thinks Afghanistan has such great opinions that should be listened to, maybe they should apply Afghanistan's opinions to women on Twitch. How about that? But they won't, because they also agree with me too. I just was the one that said it. But everybody thinks this.
Everybody knows
nothing, by the way. Oh, I said illiterate. They have 37% literacy. Flip a coin, I'm right. So the point is that's
not even a coin flip, brother.
They all do agree with me. Everybody agrees with me on this. And if you're a guy from Afghanistan, you're watching, I don't know, I'm sure we've got a number of them. We've got a lot of people that watch the show. Listen.
If you are in Afghanistan watching this, you are a rich motherfucker. You're probably one of the fucking Taliban.
Listen, man, I'm not talking about you, but you know that there's some idiots in your country that are morons of talking about them. And by the way, we have those same third worldists. We have those same fucking retards in America. Being a third worlder and being a third worldist, yes, it's a geography.
Where I come from, they're called trailer trash.
But it's more importantly a mindset. And these people have that mindset, and I don't want to have it. I don't want to deal with it. I think it's destructive, it's reductive, and I want to have nothing to do with it. So that's really the way that I feel about this, right? These people talk about the Epstein files. They have their own Epstein files. It's called...
Oh, God.
...called the marriage records. It's...
Christ. Oh, brother. No comment.
Called Tuesday. They have child marriage. It's legal. I don't want to have that here.
If I speak, I will be banned.
To do with that here. So all that being said, I don't want to go through and talk about that too much. What am I going to do? And just very clearly, by the way, I was very surprised by this. I was very surprised by this suspension.
I'm sorry. Anybody else just feel just like a little bit deja vu of Trump, the way he reacted to that? Can you? Because I could swear seeing Trump going, I'm very surprised by this. Very surprised indeed. I didn't think they'd be doing that because they're usually smart people. But I just think they just made a stupid decision. I really do feel sorry for them. God. Oh my God.
I thought it was going to be for like 20 of the other things that I said, right? I mean, I thought it'd be for like, I don't want to give them any ideas because I did submit an appeal. I submitted an appeal and, I told them like, and the thing is that if they tell me you can't refer to third worlders in a derogatory context, I hate to say it, I don't take off my shoes whenever I walk in my own house. Somebody else asks me to walk in their house. They tell me to take off my shoes. I do it. I'm not in my own house. I will follow Twitch's terms of service begrudgingly, and you guys will know that I absolutely do not agree with it. And these are my viewpoints, but I will follow the rules. And I have always taken a good faith effort to always follow the terms of service.
Okay, as somebody who's been trained in contract negotiation, I agree. I follow the rules, obey what Twitch says, but they need to make the TOS explicit and clear. If you want to make it to where you can't make these comments, put it in the TOS and make us all sign it. We just have to check a box saying, yes, I have read the agreement and I understand the rules. It's that simple. Update them. Just send it out and update it. It's that simple. Nobody wants to check it. Well, then they don't get then their account gets frozen. Just do it, okay? It's a contract. I'm fine with doing what you want in your house, but for God's sake, make the rules not well seen so I understand them.
If there's a dick that we show on stream, well, it must be that day of the week. And on top of that, they've complained to me about that too, by the way.
Wait,
and
what?
If I do that,
is there cock often on your channel there, Asmon?
And I apologize. I say, oops, guys, that's my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I don't actually ever intend to break the terms of service. Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever put myself in a position where I intentionally do something that I think would put my channel at risk?
True.
It's just stupid.
Unless it's like for protest.
So the problem that I have with this is that I think that I've made it, and considering the content of my, like my stream, I cover extremely edgy content. I talk about things like, I talk about the most politically charged, most extreme issues on a daily basis.
You don't
plain
say.
English, just, as a matter of fact. And really, I think that in order to do that and not have a million bad clips that have, been released about me, there's only 500,000. There's
we'll
the
get
reality
there.
that I do try a very good amount to try to control what I say, to make sure that what I say does not break the terms of service. And I try to say what I say with a degree of, I guess, I'm thinking about what I'm saying, right?
I think it was Winston Churchill. I'm not sure. Please forgive me if I'm quoting the wrong gentleman. But I believe it's him who said that an English gentleman must be skilled enough with words to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. That's why Asmon got. I keep freezing him on the perfect images. Oh my God. It looks like he just smelled a really bad fart. But no, it's like that is pretty much what you have to do. Is you have to say it in such a way as that he still gets that same meaning out, that third world countries are shitholes, whatever. These, there's third worldisms ideas, people are being assholes, fuck this asshole, whatever. You still have to get the same meaning and the same term out. It just has to be said in a different way so as to skirt the rules. It's a lawyerism. It's a legalism, as you can say. I guess you could call it a Twitchism. But you just have to be able to say things in such a way as to still properly express yourself without violating rules and laws. There's ways of doing this. Like I said, it's a legalism. If lawyers do this shit all the time, it's word jutsu. Just being able to, the more skilled you are with words, the more dangerous you are, because words are weapons, and he who has a sharp enough tongue can cut through steel.
Not just, going extemporaneously right off the cuff. I mean, to an extent I am, but I'm editing it in my mind to make sure that I don't say anything that would get me in trouble on Twitch. So when I said this, I didn't think I said anything wrong. And by reading the TOS, I don't think the TOS says that I said anything wrong. And
I would love to see Twitch's response to that, of what specifically in the TOS he violated, because if you can't identify it, that's grounds for legal.
The reality is that if you applied the reason why I got suspended to anybody applying this same type of language against Westerners, against Americans, against anybody in a developed country,
it's okay when we do it.
Not only would it not be banned, it would probably be celebrated.
Yep.
So I think this is a massive double.
Because we're the big bud bully. We're the one with the power and influence. You can't never. It's horrible when you punch down, but it's okay to punch up with freaking knives in your fingers.
Standard. It's completely unfair. I was unfairly targeted. I'm not sorry for any of it. And I'll be waiting for Twitch's apology for unbanning me. And if it takes them a couple of days, that's fine. If it takes them an entire week, I guess I'll have to finish Crimson Desert. But the reality is that I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I regret nothing. And according to their own rules, I also did nothing wrong. So all this put into context, that's pretty much where things stand. That's where we're at.
Okay.
I'm not really stressed out about this. Honestly, I'm kind of excited. I feel like we've been in a little bit of a lull period, right? That's why I've been trying to do, like, I'll do the ban appeals. I'll do, like, the Jesus game, right?
The what? The what game? Oh, God.
And, all that. And I'll be honest, what really spurred me to make a comment about it last night is that I saw on Reddit, people thought that I got banned for showing a horse's dick on stream. And
no one tell Vosh.
And I was like, this is the stupidest narrative. I have to correct this because it's so ridiculous that I don't want people to believe this. People are also saying I got banned for playing the Jesus game. I don't know. Maybe that was the reason. Maybe there's an enlightened Reddit atheist in the moderation team. But that's the reason they gave me. They said hateful conduct for 1 week. I put in my appeal. Hopefully
You're not
going
to
get
banned
approved.
for hating on
I did
Christians.
nothing
They'll
wrong.
freaking
I
give you a
apologize
freaking
for
bonus
nothing.
present
I
for
said
that.
nothing wrong. The clip has shown millions of people, not millions, many people say a lot of things that are a lot worse than what I say, and nothing ever happens to them. And I think it's totally unfair.
Excuse me, had something in my throat.
All that being said, I recognize if that's what Twitch doesn't want me to say, I won't say it. Just please explain the vocabulary I'm not supposed to use, and I won't use that vocabulary.
100%. Twitch, you need to be clear. Again, you have an agreed contract, the TOS, which states what you believe they can and cannot say. You cannot arbitrarily decide changes without informing us and giving us an opportunity to opt out, which means not use your platform, or accept them and continue to use them under these new changes. But we have the right to be informed of changes. You can't just automatically interpret your old TOS in a different way because you feel like it. That is a violation of the contract.
I'll just think it. So anyway, thank you guys all very much for watching. I really appreciate everybody's support. I know a lot of you guys have been on Twitter and everything. You guys can share the video, let people know kind of like where I'm coming from.
Share the video, watch the original.
But other than that, that's about all I've got, guys. So that's where things stand. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry that, I got suspended. Now it's like, okay, this is complicated. It might ruin some people's schedule. They're like, oh, where's Baldy, right? And, again, if something big happens, I will be back on, and I'll stream on Kick or Rumble. But if things are just kind of the usual hysteria, news cycle, I think I'll probably just relax. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully Twitch will realize what they've done
your
wrong,
vacation there.
and they will undo their mistake. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me for all these years and for everything. And I'll see you all very soon. I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace.
Have fun, Asmon. Oh, boy. Yeah, but that is just like, it really is kind of an annoying thing how they're just, nobody has really thought like, hey, maybe we need to actually like be fair about this. But and this happens so often too, is like, especially with VTubers, is they will get banned or they'll get kicked or something because of that, and they'll get absolutely no update, no information, no nothing about why they did it until like literally 5 minutes, like sometimes weeks afterward, they won't get an update. And when they try to appeal, they'll just get ignored because a bot will just kick the appeal back. Luckily, Asmon has the power and influence to, well, he'll most likely get human interaction. But it's good. I don't mean to say this in a nasty way, but it's good when people like Asmon get banned because of the size and power and influence they have. It gets massive attention. It gets a lot of people thinking. It gets a lot of people talking. And they actually start responding to it of like, okay, what is happening? Because like someone small like my ass gets banned, no one's going to care. But someone like Asmon, oh boy, is that going on everybody's radar. But hey, hope the Roach King has a good, nice little week of vacation time, enjoys himself. And we'll see you again soon, Asmon. But, as usual, it's a day that ends in Y, and Twitch is being stupid. Oh, Lord. Be careful out there, everybody.